Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I am the English trainer, one of the English trainers for this hour. We will be going over exchanging opinions during this lesson. So we will talk about the last meeting you went to, and then we will practice a conversation. We will look at useful expressions. We will see about using these expressions, and then practice the dialogue again, possibly do some role plays depending on who's there, depending on whether people are comfortable with role plays. So that is the plan for today. Hi, Thomas. How are you today? Hello, Thomas.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Very good. So where are you from, Thomas?
I'm from Mexico, Mexico City.
Awesome. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And I'll get on screen real quick. My name is Holly, and I am from Idaho in the United States. So
Okay.
nice to meet you. Have you been
Nice to
in
meet
one
you
of my
too.
classes before?
In fact, I have been following you in some cases. This is my first time. I just beginning my connection, and I've been following
Uh-huh.
the classes.
Uh-huh. Okay, so it's the first time that you have uh, actually you've come into a class, but you have been watching. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah, and Thomas, are you using a microphone? Because it's kind of hard to hear you. There's,
Yeah, excuse me. I'm just speaking in front of my laptop, but I will try to buy a microphone and connect it.
yeah, yeah, because there's some type of an echo. It's not really an echo, but it's kind of like a noise that's along with that. So I'm not sure the situation, but yeah. So what's the weather like right now in Mexico?
Well, right now it's very hard to understand because in the night and the morning is a little cold, and during the day all day long is very hot. So in the morning and night is cold,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very hot.
Ah, okay. So it's like one of those situations where you need a jacket for the mornings and evenings, but you need to not wear one during the middle of the day. So, yeah. So what part of Mexico are you? Oh, that's right. You said you were in Mexico City. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So, hi, Alexander. How are you this morning? Good morning.
Thank you. Good evening. Hi. Fine. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Um, yeah. So we have Thomas here from Mexico, and we'll see who else shows up today. And but it is nice to see you again. And so, what's the weather like right now in Russia?
Today it's a little bit colder than yesterday. It's now it's approximately -10.
Mm. Well, okay, so that is colder than I think yesterday you'd said it was -5.
No, no, no.
So,
Yesterday it was yeah, actually it was in the morning, but it was
hmm
0 and even plus.
oh really? Okay, so it was kind of like where I'm at. I haven't even see. I don't even know if I've gone outside yet today. So yesterday I did, but today, let me check on a website I look at. It's right now it's exactly 0 degrees. So, and today's high was 1 and our low was -3. So, all right. Um, Yeah, so we're kind of hovering around zero, and you're a little bit colder than us. So, and Thomas said that in Mexico it's cold in the morning and in the at night, but warm during the day. Um, so anyway, so the topic today is exchanging opinions. That is what we will be going through today, and we'll go through a worksheet, and then we'll be practicing uh, giving opinions on different specific topics. So that is the plan for today.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh, great, Thomas. You sound much better. It really. Did you add a microphone?
Not exactly, just I'm just having some connection problems, and I
Uh-huh.
just connected, but I'm back right now.
Okay. So that's the reason the sound was so bad was I didn't know whether it was because of a lack of a microphone or if it was connection. But now that you said that there's connection problems, that was why I was not hearing you very well. So good. Now you're very clear. So awesome.
Okay.
So Luigi's here. How are you today? Haven't seen Luigi in a long time. If it's the same one. Hi, Luigi.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Are you
Good.
no? Are you the same Luigi that was in my class a few months ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm from Guatemala. If you remember remind
From
that, yeah, I'm
where?
from Guatemala.
Ramallah?
Guatemala City.
Guatemala. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't remember what country, but I remember your name. Is Luigi a common name or is it an odd name? Is it like my
It's
name
like a
where it's
nickname.
oh, it's a
My
nickname.
yeah, because my name is Luis.
Ah, got it.
Luis appears in the Google account.
Uh, uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I did definitely recognize your name. So, and I knew that you were in class a few months ago, but so welcome back.
Thank you.
So, and Luigi, this is Thomas from Mexico City, and then we have Alexander from Russia. So, and then of course I'm Holly from Idaho. So, from rural Idaho to be really exact. We had something very exciting happen yesterday in Idaho. President Obama came for the afternoon and he spoke and people were all very excited about it. So because that does not happen in Idaho so very often. So I don't even
Okay,
think
that's good.
I don't even think Bush or Clinton either Bushes and Clinton came at all to Idaho when they were presidents. So this was really exciting for a lot of people. So anyway, exchanging opinions. So this is what we will be practicing. We will do some different exercises on exchanging opinions and specifically practicing these different phrases. And then we will go on to another worksheet where we have specific opinions that one of us will say, and then everybody else will agree or disagree, and then we will discuss those opinions. So, all right, so let's go ahead and start. The first question I have for you guys, what did you discuss in the last meeting you went to? So, Thomas, what did you discuss in the last meeting you went to?
Well, last Monday, I had a meeting with my boss in the job. We were
Mm-hmm.
speaking about my performance in the job.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you had a perform what we call in English we call that a performance review.
Yes, that's right.
Performance review. Another word for that is an annual review as well.
Okay.
Annual review.
So,
Okay.
yes, that's right.
Okay. All right. And how about Luigi? How about you? What did you discuss in the last meeting you went to?
I was with my manager. We were talking about like how we can make our process better because I work in a restaurant, so
Uh-huh.
to make the things better and get a better customer service. and all
Mhm.
that. So we were
Mhm.
discussing that,
Mhm.
like how we can make better the things better and all that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So improving the process. So and that's really important for restaurants. So and then of course everybody has their opinions about that, right? So what kind of restaurant do you work in?
It's like a bistro.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. And then it looks like Alexander's having connection problems, so he left and he's back in. So hopefully he'll come back. Um, yeah, and so for me, the last meeting I went to, um, with my other job, I met with a teacher and we discussed scheduling. So that's the last meeting I went to. So um, all right. So I guess I can write scheduling because I think that's a common one. Yeah. So when the person can meet their students and so forth.
Mm.
And all right. And Alexander, are you coming back? It might be an internet issue. So all right. Let's practice with a partner. We have Allison, Tim, and Leslie are having a meeting about the design for a new cell phone. Okay. So I will be Allison since it's a woman. Um, Thomas, you be Tim.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. Luigi, you be Allison. Thomas, you be Tim, and I will be Leslie because Leslie has fewer lines to say. So
Okay.
okay,
So the rest are right.
yeah. And so we have these 4 words to put in the dialogue: bulky, comments, design, and reasonable. Do you know what these words mean?
Uh, bulky. I don't know. Bulky means.
Um, if something is bulky, it's usually it's big and it's an awkward size. Um, so like if they're talking about this topic is it looks like it's about a cell phone. So the bigger uh, the bigger cell phones, um, especially the old ones, were kind of bulky in design, and you could not slip it in your pocket, for example, because it was too big and bulky. So
Mm,
does that make sense?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
All right. So Luigi, can you start?
Okay. So what does everyone think of the new bulk team?
No, it's not bulky. It's another one.
Bulky
Design.
Design, yeah. Everyone think of the new
design.
design. Okay. Then you would say Tim?
Well, in my opinion, it's fine as it is. I don't think we should change anything.
I'm sorry. I can't agree with that. It's if you ask me, it looks too what?
Bulky.
It looks too bulky.
Bulky.
Bulky and well, old-fashioned.
Really? How about you, Greg? Who is Greg?
Oh, Greg. Oh, that would have been Alexander. Thomas, you can be Greg too.
Right. Well, I share Leslie's concerns about the size. It is quite big, but from the point of view of price, it's pretty reasonable and it's very user friendly.
All right then. Are there any other comments?
Yeah. What cell phone company are we working for? Nokia, Sony, um, Samsung, AT&T. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to know. But anyway, are there any words here that you guys do not know?
Mm,
Hmm.
no.
Okay,
No.
fairly easy. Okay. So, what kind of cell phone do you guys each have?
Well,
Do you have
I have a Nokia, a Motorola.
Motorola? Okay. And Luigi, what kind do you have?
I have LG L3 L something like that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's like a touch phone. Touch
Okay.
screen phone.
Yeah, and I just got like 2 weeks ago a brand new iPhone. So I'm like, not a brand new, but a iPhone 5, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So
Yes, that's right.
yeah, and then yeah, I'm kind of weird. I'm such a geek. I have two phone numbers. One is kind of the emergency number that nobody has, and then I have another one so that everybody calls. So sometimes you want to go and not and leave your phone at home because you don't want people to call you, but then you need to have a phone so that you can make emergency calls if you need it. And then I thought, oh, I'll just have two phones. so
Well, that is interesting.
so I'm kind of weird that way. But anyway, is this a typical meeting in your industries?
Yeah, yes, in my case.
Okay, and how about in your case, Luigi?
Not that much, but I have worked in a call center that works that gets service to United States, like a straight talk
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
track phone. So we usually have that kind of meetings.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you work in a call center.
I work in a call center before, like a 10 months that
Mm,
provides service to
okay,
United
you have.
States.
Okay. Because that was when I'm not teaching, that's usually where I'm at is some type of call center. Uh, so yeah, that call centers have their own unique environment. so
Yeah.
so anyway, we have these different expressions. I thought maybe we can go through them. In my opinion, if you ask me, my view is that, and from the point of view, or from my point of view, you can also put from my point of view.
Okay.
Okay. Now, for agreeing, you can say I agree with you or I agree with that. It's probably better to say I agree with the situation. I share your feelings and concerns. Yes, that's a good point. I don't or I can't agree with you. I would be careful about using with you personally, and this is just my personal opinion. Just because I've learned interculturally that some people, some cultures might take offense to that. So it's better to say, I don't agree with what you are saying. I don't agree with that. So you can say I don't agree with, but not you. I don't agree with that statement maybe.
Okay, so if I say I don't agree with you, is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong. It's just interculturally you need to be careful. And if you're talking to somebody in the States or UK, no problem. But if you say, but you guys, as non-native speakers of English, are going to be speaking not just to Americans and not just to British people, but you speak to everybody. And there are some cultures where if you say, I don't agree with you, it's personal. You don't do that. You'd say, I don't agree with that, with that statement. I don't agree with the opinion, but if you say I don't agree with you, then people take it wrong. And so it's just what I'm saying is be careful with it.
Mm.
Be
Okay.
careful. Yeah. And I wish Alexander were here because I'm not sure if Russia's like that, but I know that their neighbor Finland is. I was always told never to say I don't agree with you. You would say, I don't agree with that or something like that, but never with you. So, another one, I'm not sure that's right, and I don't see it that way. And that's a good one. These two are really good, I personally think. I don't see it that way. In my opinion, this is what I see. Okay, so let's see if we can rewrite the sentences using the words in parentheses. So we have my view, don't see, point of view, share, and ask. So Luigi, do you think you can do number 1?
Um, I had to use my view, right?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, my view is that I think no.
Yep,
My view,
my
yeah, my view is that I
uh,
think
maybe we should.
that we should. Sorry, my view is that we should increase our R&D budget next year.
That's really hard. Increase our, you would say our, and then
Our
R and D budget next year.
and
A lot of people want to pronounce this one right here, kind of like R, but you would say our R and D budget. Do you hear the difference? So
our.
our, yeah. All right, excellent. All right, next one. Thomas, can you do that next
Yeah,
one?
yes. Our CEO thinks we should emphasize online sales more. I don't see it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't see it that way. What do you think? Do you think that most companies should emphasize online sales more?
Yes, I think.
Okay, and so it depends on the industry, of course. In the industry you're working, do you guys have a lot of online sales?
Yes, in mine because we are a restaurant, but
Mm-hmm.
the um the whole company is like sells fashion for men, men fashion, I think it is. So
Mm.
we sell clothes by internet and all that stuff.
Oh
And
wow.
besides of that, we have the restaurant. So we use the online sales.
Mm-hmm. So you have a fashion design restaurant combination
Yeah,
type of
that's
thing.
right.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right. And Thomas. Um,
Yep.
no, not Thomas. I'm sorry, Luigi. Could you do number 3?
Me?
Yep. Number 3.
Um, in my point of view, the new camcorder is rather expensive.
Okay. Yeah. So from my point of view, or in my point of view, the new camcorder is rather expensive. What do you guys think? Are camcorders expensive?
I don't know what is camcorder.
Oh, it's just a camcorder is just a video camera.
Oh,
Let me show you on Google Images. It's really simple. Um, I don't think they're as common anymore as they used to be of because most people have camcorders now. You know, they have the ability to do this on their cell phones, so it's just not as common anymore. So, do you think they're expensive, Thomas?
No, in fact, I think the camcorders are very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah, and anymore because of the cell phones taking on that
yes, that's
thing.
right.
Do you agree, Luigi,
yeah, I'm agree
or
because
disagree?
we have all the facilities in our cell phones ourselves, and so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like people don't use even cameras anymore. We all have it in our cell phones. So,
that's
all
right.
right, number 4, Thomas. Can you do that
Okay.
one?
Yes. I share your feelings. I'm also worried about the over-optimistic profit forecast.
Okay, perfect. Fillings. And I'm going to go like that. So, all right. And what do you guys think right now of the? I'll just say it this way. In the United States, we have lowered our gas prices from like $3.75 a gallon to $1.85. Are you guys seeing a lower gas prices right now?
Gas
In your,
prices.
yeah, in your countries?
Well, right here in Mexico country, the gas is very expensive. Uh,
Still? Oh
yes, that's
wow.
right. In fact, every month the price is high and high. Every month,
Mhm.
uh, it's been going high. Some cents per
Uh-huh.
liter
So it's going higher and higher every time?
every month. In fact, every month. Yes, that's right.
Wow. Okay. Hi, Carlos.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good, thank you.
Good. Remind me what country you're from.
Argentina.
Argentina. Okay. Yeah, Carlos, how about the gas prices in Argentina? Are you guys going up or down or?
They were going down unbelievably for the first time in 40 years. Yes,
Yeah, okay. So
yes.
yeah, it's kind of like our prices. We're like everybody here in the U.S. We're all feeling like we have gotten a pay raise because we're not having to pay as much in gas. So
Yeah,
how about?
but they here they went down, but only 10 cents, something like
Oh,
that.
really? Not very much. Okay,
No,
we've cut
but
like down in half.
no. Oh well.
So I mean, it feels like half. It's $3.75 down to $1.85. So less, almost $2 is what it's
But
gone
that's a lot.
down.
So where is
Yeah.
the oil coming from?
I don't know. It must be coming from Saudi Arabia. I have no idea. So Luigi, how about in your country?
Well, the people is happy with this because the gas is going cheaper and cheaper every day.
Mhm.
So the people is using their cars more often. So it's pretty good for us because our economy is not like a good.
Mhm.
So the price is going should be going to get cheaper, I would say.
Okay. And how came on to gas prices, you guys, is because of this over optimistic profit forecast. And I immediately thought of the economy, and then I went to gas prices. So anyway, okay, number 5. Carlos, could you do number 5? What we're doing is we're changing, adding ask into this. So it would be if you ask me. Where would you put that in this sentence?
I have to put the word ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or this statement with the word ask. One of these.
And
The statement, if you ask me, from
uh,
giving opinions. What do you think?
I don't know where should
Okay.
ask
Okay, no
because
worries.
the sentence is correct, like the way it
Yeah,
is.
exactly. So yeah,
So
we're just doing alternate ways of using these sentences.
ah,
So you're right.
well,
The sentences are correct.
I think we should ask people with better foreign language skills. That could be correct instead
I
of
think
recruit.
okay, but actually we're trying to use these things right up here. So if for example, if you ask me right here. So since you weren't here for the beginning, it's kind of not fair of me to have asked you. I'm sorry, Luigi.
No,
Can
no.
you? No worries. Can you try number 5?
If you ask me, we should recruit people with better foreign language skills.
Yeah. So what do you think, Carlos? Do you think we should ask people that companies should recruit people with better foreign language skills?
Well,
What is your opinion?
in a Spanish-speaking country, it's really important that the people speak English. Yes.
Mm. Okay.
Yes.
What do you think, Luigi? Do you think companies should require employees to have better foreign language skills?
Yeah, because we are working with the globalization,
Mm-hmm.
so it's pretty important to get better language skills. Even if you're talking English, if you talk other language, will help you a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And keep in mind, this is just a quick reminder. We speak a language, we talk to people. So even if you speak in English, you still need to um, know another language. So talk to people. Okay. All right, Thomas. What do you think? Do you think companies should recruit people with better foreign language skills?
Yes, sure. Well, in fact, there are so many companies that don't need people with language skills, but nowadays there are so many companies that need that the people speak another language.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Question for you guys, and this is based on a paper that I wrote when I was in university. Um, I wrote that the United States, it was like a paper that I was writing to the State Department, and I was basically saying that all American university students should be required to get to a certain level of a foreign language before they graduate. What do you think? Do you think that native English speaking students should be required to learn Spanish or French or German and get to the same level you guys have gotten in English?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. What do you think, Carlos?
No, in my opinion, it's not so important for you because you're lucky to be a native English speaker, which
Uh-huh.
is the most important and the most used language, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
But it wouldn't hurt you to know Spanish, considering that you are going. I mean, you are going to have more Spanish speakers soon in the States. So,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So, in fact, for those of you who've been in my class before, maybe you've heard that I live in a county, and the western part of my county uh, is 80% Hispanic nationals. So there's a lot of Spanish speakers in my area, and I live 5 miles from a town that has 80% Mexican American or Spanish speakers. So it's very important to know Spanish. So, Luigi, what do you think?
Oh, well, I think it's pretty important to your country to know other languages because,
Hmm.
well, the United States is involved in close everything in every country.
Hmm.
So will
Oops,
be
sorry.
will help a lot to your people to understand other cultures more than just speaking in English, because it's
Uh-huh.
something that maybe you want to understand the culture, the people, but you cannot express the same thing in Spanish than in English. Will be different. So the meaning will be different. So I think it's pretty important the people from America,
Hmm.
from the United States, learn other languages. Then they will, well, you can express or understand the other people
Hmm.
just with the English.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So it's and I think I agree with you, and I also think that for you guys who learn other languages, you learn a way of thinking that the those of us who stay monolingual never learn. Your life is richer because of it. So in my opinion. Um, all right. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to practice these statements. In my opinion, I agree. I don't care. So I'm going to say a statement, um, and then you guys can tell me, give your, all three of you guys can give your opinion. Okay. The first one is everyone who earns a salary should pay some income tax. Do you agree or disagree? Thomas, what do you think?
Uh,
Everyone who earns a salary should pay some income tax. And I just put it on the verbally chat just in case.
Well, yeah, excuse me, but there are some words that I didn't understand.
Okay. Okay. So do you see it on the verbally chat?
No.
No. Okay. Let me put it on the. Do you see the chat board?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone who earns a salary should pay some income tax. Do you understand those words?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So what is your opinion?
Well, I'm going to speak about the situation about in Mexico. It is very hard because there are so many people that the salary is very low.
Mhm.
So if you um, take money from that salary, they just have a low quantity of money for their families,
Mhm.
so they just can't go on with that money. So I think that in my case, there's so many people that could pay some taxes, but
Mhm.
that most of the population couldn't do it.
Mhm. Okay. In your opinion, on your situation. Okay. Luigi, how about you? What about Guatemala? Is it true in your country?
Well, it's close the same from the people from Mexico. We have close the same reality.
Mhm.
We have pretty poor salary. We don't gain too much money. So, and we have too much problem with the government. So, the people always going to take your money for other things for their own purpose.
Mhm.
So, if we pay taxes and all that, we won't see like the real results of our problems. They're going to take that money and use it for their own purpose when they get more rich.
Mm. Mhm. Okay, so it's not the income tax just doesn't work that well.
No.
So, in your opinion.
hmm
Okay. All right. And Carlos, what do you think? Everyone who earns a salary should pay some income tax.
Well, that would be ideal, but in here doesn't happen like that. I think 50% of the population avoid, in a way, paying taxes in different degrees. So,
Mhm.
and they keep the money, but because they work partially illegally or maybe totally illegally, so they keep the money.
Mm.
They keep the money for themselves. That is really common. So, yeah, it will be ideal, but it's not possible
So
to do
it's
that.
it's in an ideal world it would be great, but it's not possible.
Yeah, and happens the same that like
Uh-huh.
the guys say, yes, some people are poor and will be really bad if they have to pay taxes also.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. In the States even, I think that some people, um, I think everybody should pay taxes if they're making money, but then again, if they have a lot of family, you know, anyway, it's a really difficult question. In my opinion, um, really depends on the family. so so there's really not. I can't completely agree
Yeah, but the
with
system,
them.
your system of taxes is very complex, I think.
Yeah,
It's really different from
uh,
that is in here.
it is so completely complex. And in fact, I totally understood the Finnish one better, and I only lived there for 10 years, and I've lived here for what 30 some years, 35 years.
Where do
So
you live?
I lived in Finland for 11
Ah,
years,
okay, okay.
and I understood their tax system a lot better. It was basically if you, the more money you make, the more tax you pay. so,
Yes, that's right.
It will be
so
awesome.
yeah, but here it depends on so many things. so, um, all right. And another statement. Do you guys agree or disagree with this? And smoking should be banned in all places including private homes. Luigi, what do you think? Smoking should be banned in all places, including private homes.
Um, you can write ban. Ban's like prohibit, something like
Yeah,
that.
banned equals prohibited, yes, or not
Okay.
allowed, yes.
Well, I am agree with that because I don't smoke. Maybe the other guys can say something different,
Uh-huh.
but it's something that's not good for your health at all, and it affect other people at the same time. If you have a family and they don't smoke like you, they're going to get sick because of you. So I think it should be banned in this case because it's not pretty healthy for you.
Okay,
Mhm.
so it's not healthy. And but you're not a smoker either, right? So
No, I'm not.
so your life wouldn't be um, affected. Carlos, what do you think?
Well, I was never a smoker. I am not. I am never will be. But
Uh-huh.
by my parents were smokers. My mother
Mhm.
quit, but I think it cannot be true that they are going to ban the smoking in your private home. That is impossible to do because
Mhm.
you have the freedom to do whatever you want inside your house, in my opinion.
Okay.
Obviously, it would be great to 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 make the cigarettes disappear, but because so many smokers in the world, how can you do that? Uh,
Yeah, how can you
so
police that?
for me, it would be great. I don't like the smoke,
Mhm.
but I think it will be impossible.
Yeah. All right. Thomas, what do you think?
Yeah, well, in fact, I don't disagree at all with this statement because you can ban the smoking people that the people smoke on the streets, for example. But when you are at your home, you can smoke if you want. That's something that you cannot prohibit that the
Mhm.
people smoke into their homes.
Yeah, so it cannot be prohibited in private homes. Um,
Yes.
what do you think of this issue? I heard about this right before I moved away, so I do not know what the outcome was. But in Finland, there was a group of people who were trying to get smoking banned on balconies of apartments because the smoke would go into their neighbors' apartments. What do you think? Should that be banned?
Mm,
Um,
So, so you have a block of flats, and they're trying to get the people banned from smoking on the balconies.
Yeah. But those people are really, how do you say, picky,
Hmm.
picky.
Yeah,
In my opinion, they shouldn't ban that.
that they shouldn't be banned.
No,
Okay.
come on, just a little smoke come floating around and then disappear in 2 seconds.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And Luigi, what do you think?
well,
Can they ban that?
uh,
I can show you a picture of what I'm meaning if you guys.
n-
So say for
I think
example, say
I
for
think it
example,
would. I
right
work
here.
in a hotel before, and I received a lot of calls from people that say, "Oh, I had smoke air here because the other guy is smoking in their room."
Mhm.
So you have a lot of problems from because of that. So it should be banned
Mhm.
because we are sharing like a space in the same
Mhm.
space.
Mhm.
But I think is your own place. You're paying for your own place. That is like a agree and disagree. I don't know how to explain that, but
Mhm.
you're in your own place. The people that are smoking, so they're going to say, I'm my own place. I am paying for this apartment, and the
Mhm.
other. say, no, I am paying for this place and I have smoke airs here. So it's like discuss between that. I don't know how to say, but it should be banned for me, for my
Hmm.
opinion.
Yeah. Okay, because you don't like the smoke, but yeah,
Hmm.
it's hard. It's hard to think because you still have smokers' rights, the people's rights. So, Thomas, what do you think? Should people be banned from smoking in their apartment balcony?
Well, if in fact, I think that all the people have the right to smoke, but when the smoke goes through the air and go to the apartment of another person, uh, this is something hard to to say. I don't know. I
Mhm.
think in part this could be prohibited. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Um. Yeah, because it's a really difficult situation. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's go to another topic. Okay. The government should build more low-cost homes to sell poorer families. So the government should build more low-cost homes to sell to poorer families. Carlos, what do you think?
Yes, well, yes, you cannot. I think you cannot argue with that. It will be
Mhm.
great. It will be great.
Mhm.
But it will be even better if they gave them for free, no?
Uh-huh. Okay. That would
Sometimes
be nice.
happens. Sometimes happens here. Happens, but
Uh-huh.
it's almost. It's really
Uh-huh.
difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, they can build like some buildings and with a lot of apartments, and they give
Mhm.
those to people, but once in a
Mhm.
while.
Okay. What do you think, Luigi?
Well, that will be awesome actually, but um, well, the government here doesn't do that, something like that, and won't do something like that.
Mhm.
But some organizations, like some people, get money and give like homes to poor people for free. I'd say, Carlos.
Mhm.
Something happened, but the government won't do this like sell low-cost homes because well, the government is selling with the private uh, enterprise.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, when does the government get involved, and when they do, they don't. Private, should everything be private, or should it all be public? So, have you guys heard of the tiny house phenomenon that's happening in the U.S.?
No.
No.
Okay. This is something that is um, starting to become really popular, and it's called they're called tiny houses, and so people are saying that these should be paid for by, not paid for, but they should build some of these and give them to homeless people, like this type of thing. It's just a tiny house, and they're really cheap to buy, and they're very, very small. You just type in tiny house in Google, and you'll find all kinds of different designs and stuff like that. And some people are thinking that you should have tiny houses for the homeless. What do you think of that? Any opinions?
How many
Mm,
square meters are those houses?
Um, I don't actually know. Let me look. Let's look at this one. I think this is a good company.
Because right here in Mexico, there are so many companies that build some departments for the poorer families, and the price is low more or less, but the quality is very bad.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah,
yeah,
well, this one right here, it looks like these are the meters, but it's all in feet, so we'd have to. It's 11 by 7 feet 3 inches. The average guy is probably about 6 feet or 5 feet 9. So I don't. 20 feet is the house length. House width is 20 by 8. I don't know what that is um,
meters.
in meters though. See, 20 feet by 8 inches. No, 20 by. Let's see.
Mexico, there are some departments with 40 square meters, and
Mm-hmm.
that the departments are very small, tiny departments.
Mm-hmm. Square meters. Yeah, that's what I meant. Square meters, square feet to square meters conversion. I can't. I'm so bad with math. I don't know. Let's see. So 1 foot is 1 square meters. Okay, so it's the same actually. So this would be 20 square meters by 20 by 8 square meters because it says one. It's 1 and 1.
No, no, but it's not. It's not 1 1.
It isn't. Okay.
No, no. 1 feet is not the same as 1 meter.
Yeah, but a square foot and a square, according to this, I don't know. So anyway, we can look at it later. But yeah, it's 20 square feet by 8 square feet. So, but anyway, they're big, but they're small. They're like a big size of a big van. That type of thing.
But they look really nice, eh?
Yeah, they do. They're like
Yeah,
they're
they
really
are
cool.
the materials seem to be really, really good.
Yeah, really well designed. I've actually considered looking into it for myself, but I don't know if I really will. So, but yeah, they're. So I guess you can rent a tiny house as well, but you just type in tiny house in Google and you'll find all kinds of different designs, and people will buy like a small little building and they'll convert it, and a lot of them are on wheels, so you can move it around if you want, and they're not at permanent places. It's really amazing, but I think it's one thing that governments might be able to do is build low cost houses to for families that way. So anyway, Thomas, did you give your opinion on this?
Yeah, yes, I was telling you about the cost of these houses is cheap, but the quality is very
That's
bad.
right. That's right. Yeah, you're saying that the quality is really bad, so it doesn't make sense for governments to even spend on it. So, but you guys also another thing about the word cheap. Do you know what cheap means?
Yes,
This
Yes.
is
Yep.
what does it mean?
The opposite of
Low
expensive.
cost.
yes.
But this is something I learned in my first job after university. Low cost, low quality. Inexpensive means
Yeah, we have a
low
saying.
cost.
We have a saying
Yeah.
in Spanish. Lo barato sale caro, which means the cheap things is going to cost you a lot because they are going to
Uh-huh.
break right away. So yeah.
Yeah. You get what you pay for
You get what you pay for.
in English. So, but my first job after university was at a call center like Luigi worked at, but it was for a phone company, and they told us that we should never say that we are the cheapest company on the market. We should always say that we are the most inexpensive, because if they say cheap, some people have the idea that cheap equals low cost and low quality, where other people, you know, if you hear inexpensive, you do not think of quality. So it's something I learned way back in the day. So anyway, let's go to another topic. We have one more. What do you think? It's much better to travel independently than in a tour group. Thomas, what do you think?
Yes, of course. I think that this could be better to travel independently because you can go to so many places that you want to go and so many places that you want, and you can stay in those places all the time that you want. But if you travel with a group, you must go to the places that the group is in, or
Mm-hmm.
stay in those places the time that the group stays in those places. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to move to another place, you cannot do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I totally agree with you. So it's like a little bit of independence there. So Luigi, what do you think? It's much better to travel independently than in a tour group.
Well, in my opinion, I think it's going to depend of the person,
Uh-huh.
and your personality, because
Mm-hmm.
if you like to discover by your own, the adventure and know a place by yourself, it will be awesome independently. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are
Mm-hmm.
you like everything well organized and
Well
with something
organized.
pretty organized, sorry, and well structured, I think will
Mm-hmm.
be better with a tour group because you're going to know like the best things of the place.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Okay.
do independently, going to well, you will need to read a lot before to go to the place.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All
Hmm.
right. Thank you. All right. And Carlos, what do you think?
I would prefer to be myself because I like to do the things on my own speed. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm with other people, maybe they, they are slower or faster, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But to have a tour guide with you and listen to him speaking about the history of the places, that is good. But not in a group, just
Uh-huh.
for just for myself or for my family or
Mm-hmm.
people that I am
So
with.
so travel and then travel independently, but when you get to certain places, join a tour.
Yeah, maybe I
That can
maybe hire a tour guide. Yeah, maybe,
for the day or
but not
something.
with other people, just but with me.
Okay. Have you done that before?
Yeah, I went to Istanbul the last year, but
Uh-huh.
and we were going to do that, but the guide there was in one of in the entrance of one of the mosques.
Uh-huh.
The price that he was asking was extremely expensive, so
Mm.
we didn't hire him. No.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I've looked into it and then I have never done it because of money as well. So,
Yeah.
but it's always been really tempting to do. So,
Yeah, it was tempting. We asked the price, and he said, "No, I don't know, no, $250, something like that.
uh,
It was too
yeah,
much."
way too much. Yeah. So, all right. Well, everyone, I want to thank you for your participation, and I hope you learned a little bit and got practice speaking and giving your opinions. So, and everyone have a great evening, or the rest of it, since it's almost over. Sleep well. Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you very much.
thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.